I started out with Donald Trump because this is apropos of the entire Republican Party and the Democratic Party, for that matter. You know, what's going on as we go into this election. Donald Trump yesterday came out in support of Planned Parenthood. Now, everybody on the Republican stage, except for Donald Trump, is saying defund Planned Parenthood. In other words, put them out of business. And Donald Trump says, you know, I don't like their abortion stuff, but they do a lot of good stuff for women. You know, I don't want to defund Planned Parenthood. Now, if the Republican frontrunner can say that, what does this say about orthodoxy? You know, John Kasich yesterday, back a year or two ago, he had said, you know, climate change appears to be real and I'm concerned about it, or words to that effect. But yesterday he said, oh, who knows? In other words, he decided that he wanted money from you know, billionaire oil tycoons like the Koch brothers and moved into the climate denialist camp. But is Donald Trump demonstrating that all of these hard, rigid positions, you must be in favor of blowing up Planned Parenthood altogether? I mean, metaphorically. You must say that women should be forced to die rather than give birth to a child that might kill them. You must say, or the product of rape or incest. You must say that climate change doesn't exist. I mean, there's all these absolute Republican orthodoxies. You must insist that voter fraud is a huge big deal, and therefore we should kick millions of people off the voting rolls to prevent even one fraudulent, you know, Mexican voter from voting, or whatever it may be. Trump seems to be demonstrating that all this Republican orthodoxy is a bunch of horse pucky. I find that fascinating. I just wanted to clarify something that I said in the first half hour. I mentioned this and I just kind of slid past it, and it really, this is deserving of a daily take. I mean, this is a really big deal. When I pointed out that Donald Trump was able to say, as a Republican candidate, as the leading Republican candidate for president, there's nothing wrong with Planned Parenthood. I don't like their abortion stuff, but they do a lot of good stuff and they should be funded. And that's essentially what he said. When Donald Trump said that, the point that I made is it demonstrates that the rigid lines of political correctness in the Republican Party aren't so rigid. What I neglected to add, and this is the aha, is that is only the case for Donald Trump. Why? Because only Donald Trump can write $1 million check to himself for his campaign, as he did last week. The top story in The Guardian right now: Republican hopefuls reap $62 million in support from donors with fossil fuel ties. Now, that's just one industry. One special interest group has already given $62 million to Carly Fiorina, Rick Perry, Jeb Bush, Scott Walker, Bobby Jindal, Ted Cruz, and Lindsey Graham. And these are the pictures that they're showing there. $62 million. So there are things that you can't say if you're a Republican candidate for president. And that was the point that I made. John Kasich yesterday walked back his comments about climate change being real and is now saying, oh, who cares? He's a Republican. He wants some of that $62 million. So really what this demonstrates is not something about the Republican Party or the fact that the politicians who are out there stumping for votes are absolutely constrained by their donors' preferences. It's not that. It's that Jimmy Carter was absolutely right. America is no longer a democracy. It's an oligarchy with unlimited political bribery. You got the clip? Here's Jimmy Carter on this program a week ago Tuesday. Our Supreme Court has now said, you know, unlimited money in politics. It seems a violation of principles of democracy. In the minute or so we have left, your thoughts on that?
It violates the essence of what made America a great country in its political system. Now it's just an oligarchy with unlimited political bribery being the essence of getting the nominations for president or the elected president.
There you go. And this, you know, so Carter was right, and Trump just proved it.